Anybody else have any challenges with Facebook and Zoom?
Yeah, and it's changes apparently for the better. It'll make things easier because you can live to multiple places at the same time now. So we can actually, so there are perks to it. We just got to figure out how to first do one thing and we'll figure out the rest.
It's like, anyways, I'm excited to be here. We're back on our group, exactly where we're supposed to be. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, down Maine. Come on in, everybody.
Good morning,
the sun
everybody.
is shining here in central Alberta. Good morning, Janet, down the road. And yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. I think we're getting up to 20 or something today.
Yeah, nice. And who are we? We are
all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl. Hopefully I'm typing the right way.
Great to see you all.
Look at me.
You have us both talking over top of each other. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
And what do we do? Oh, had a card fly out. You got your deck?
What do we do every Friday? We go live and we talk about feng shui using the Personal Paradise card deck from Catherine Collins, our teacher, mentor, friend. And you know what? I have to do a big shout out, and I'm going to grab a link and post it in here. Yesterday, Tara, who has been, semi-retired for the last 10 something years. So Tara and 3 of her feng shui graduates from the Western School of Feng Shui have started a podcast.
Oh, exciting. I knew that was coming. So they launched it?
Yesterday was the first episode. And so not only do you get Tara Catherine Collins, but there's 3 other amazing feng shui, essential feng shui people. And anyways, I'm going to put the link in there because you know what? They're just doing the thing. Oh geez, we've had these cards, literally 2 hit the floor and that one flew out the side of my desk. Okay, that was fast. I don't know who's talking, but somebody's energy is strong this morning and they want answers. Okay. Are you ready for it? Sure. First card that flew out, number 37, bathrooms. Quite honestly, this could have been mine because I looked at mine this morning because it's been a whirlwind week and thought, man, this needs some attention. Number 5, flowers. And I was just looking at my pretty yellow orchid and then flip this over and it's got a red orchid in it. So yay, maybe this was my energy this morning. These are all for me. And 39, this is definitely for me because I went to find my paper cutter and thought it's easier to go to Staples than find it in this renovation. Number 39, closets, drawers, and cabinets. Because I have everything from the main floor packed up and in one bedroom. So getting to it is, I know where it is. You know where it is, you just can't find it. Well, no, I have to move like 7 boxes and pieces of furniture to get to the box and empty the box that it's in because it's at the bottom of a, anyway. Because who'd have thought when I packed it all up that I'd need a paper cutter? Well, exactly. Anyway, so we have bathrooms, flowers, closets, drawers, and cabinets. Well, those 2 kind of go together now, don't they? Yes, they do. Where do you want to start? I think we start with this one flew out first. Bathrooms was the first thing that flew out, so I think that's a great place to start myself. Bathrooms. Normally a very watery environment. And a place where we release and let go. Maybe we just both need to stand in the bathroom and release this last week or 2. Yeah, it is kind of interesting with bathrooms because in my son's rental property,
there is a secondary bathroom, and the previous tenant, I don't know what the heck she did. But yeah, we've been having to work on that we've actually been working on that bathroom this week. Replace the mirror, put in some new lighting, and now it looks like the bathtub actually needs to be replaced because it's completely stained. Like I say, I don't know if she used hair dye or if I don't know what she was doing in there, but it's really not very nice. And somebody on Facebook that lives here in Sylvan that I know, she had posted this picture of a bathtub, a before and an after. And OMG, I might find it and post it here. It was just like, so I commented and said to her, I said, did you paint, like, did you re-enamel the bathtub or did you replace it? And she replied back to me and she said, no, my cleaning lady has a concoction. And I went, what? Like, seriously, I'm going to find the picture and post it because I was just like, it doesn't even look like it, right?
Well, I'd wonder and be curious how hazardous the concoction is.
Well, yeah, I don't think she's probably going to share it with me. However, there's a great insight.
Yeah.
Sometimes in bathrooms, right, there may be some discoloration or, maybe the taps aren't as shiny or something like that. And we immediately go to the thought of, I have to replace it or repair it, right? But maybe not always the case. But then the other side of that is that disrepair, right? That discoloration or the not so shiny taps or whatever is you see it all the time, and that is being reflected back into the inner world, and it's that level of self-love. Again, it comes back to that. What if you wanted to go in that bathtub and have a nice relaxing bath? I mean, I had a nice Epsom salts bath the other night, listened to a meditation, so they can be a place of that refuge, right? Where you can, but not if it's in disrepair or you don't feel good in there, right?
Right. 100% correct.
Yeah.
Interesting as you're saying that, because as we're doing these renovations, the flooring got ordered the other day and we were back and forth with the company about the stair nosing a couple times. And she said, well, this one's 3 weeks to get in, but we have this other one in stock that you didn't like as much, but it's here. You could start. So I said, well, let me have a conversation with my husband. So Rod and I talked about it, and he said, for 20 years, you're going to put up with something that you didn't want? Well, what a great realization. Instead of rushing to get it finished, taking the time to, no, for 20 years of looking at it, let's wait the 3 weeks for it to come in. So I phoned her back and said, no, we want the profile we want. That's what we're waiting for.
Yeah.
So then a day later, she phones me back and said, I have some really good news for you. I said, what's that? She said, well, the stair nosing that you liked, I gave them the code and that was a different size. You need it for 5 mil and the code I gave them was for 5.5, and they thought that odd. So they wanted to phone me and check. She had given them the wrong size. And guess what? They have the 5, the size we need in the profile we want in stock.
Well, hey.
Right? So it turns out that we get the nosing we wanted. We're not settling and we don't have to wait.
Not settling. That's a big
Not
one.
settling, right? Not settling because someone else is trying to sell you something that would work, but not really. And it goes back to that not settling with the disrepair. Like you're worthy of living in and with items that lift your energy.
Yeah, that make you feel good. So then in the bathroom, then you definitely want to go in there and maybe have a spa day, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Have your own spa day at home, and every day should be like we spend so much time and money on holidays to get away. We could actually take that money, that $5,000. What could you do in your home for a 1 week
Mm.
vacation for 5 grand in your home to make it the spa that you want to go away to?
Yeah, a
You could do a lot with
staycation.
five. Well, not as much as I thought before we started doing renovations. I was up to lunch,
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah.
it can make a huge difference in your home. And then you don't have to get away because and Abraham Hicks, so Esther Hicks, for anybody who's familiar with when she channels, it doesn't matter where you go, you go. So you're taking the same issues with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on a holiday, you're still taking the same issues with you that you were trying to run away from. So solve the issues, deal with the emotions, deal with the turmoil, and you don't have to run away. You can enjoy where you're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gardening season. Let's talk about, oh, we were going to talk about closets, doors, and drawers because it went with bathrooms.
Yeah, and again, in the bathroom, how important is it to make it part of the weekly routine when you're cleaning the bathroom of opening up those drawers
Hmm.
and cupboards and just making sure that those little bits of shampoo or little bits of lotion or whatever
Hmm. Hmm.
aren't just taking up space. Why are you saving a little bit of this or a little bit of that? Or, just make sure that there's always some good energy flow in there. I know Tara, she always refers to those as dead soldiers, right?
Oh,
In the bathroom when you've got all these empty or almost empty shampoo bottles or hair products or whatever. She refers to them as dead soldiers
I like
because they're
that.
just standing there. They're serving absolutely no
Nothing.
purpose. They're, just about run out. They're chi, right? Again, the chi is, yeah, it's not there.
So
Yeah.
just use it up and be done with it.
Mhm.
Recycle the container and voila, move on.
Yeah.
Can be very simple, but yes, I like that with the closet drawers. So I can see you're reading comments. Is there something we need to address?
No, I'm actually looking for the bathtub thing, so
Oh, I was wondering
I'm
what
gonna
you were
find it.
distracted
Anyways,
doing.
okay.
Hmm.
I did post in there the Western School of Feng Shui podcast, Feng Shui Decoded.
Oh, very
I got
cool.
that in there. Mhm.
Yay. I'm excited for them because that is, I mean, you've all had a taste of Terra on our program a couple times. Karen's been a part of it a couple times. So you know the wisdom with just the two of them.
Well, so yeah, it's Tara, it's Lori Garillo, it is Ro Rosnick,
Mm-hmm.
and Ellen Schneider.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's not
Yeah.
Karen.
So not
Wow.
Karen. No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay. Cool. Regardless, very
Hmm.
wise women. And we'll have to check it out. Maybe we'll get invited to be guests on their podcast.
Maybe.
All right. Well, let's continue on with flowers, my favorite time of year. Well, I like every season for different reasons, but I so get excited with watching plants grow. Like
Mm.
it's just, I started my cucumber seeds yesterday. I'm a little behind the 8 ball, but kind of intentionally because we leave next week for Vegas for speaking in Gatherama. And I didn't want little tiny seedlings unattended for 5 days because lots can
Hmm.
happen, especially in my house. So anyway, they started yesterday, but my cypress vines, can I go get them and show you guys? I'm so excited. Okay,
Absolutely.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And the other thing I think why the flower card came up today was because what is Sunday? Sunday is Mother's Day, right? And Mother's Day is a great time to give your mom some flowers, whether it's fresh flowers, a beautiful fresh cut bouquet, or, you know, a hanging basket, or, you know, something like that. And again, you know, if that's you, if you're going out, or maybe you're going to be receiving the flowers as a mother, you know, you may want to, do you want to go ahead with your little
No,
things there?
go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your statement.
Yeah. You know, so if you're receiving flowers for Mother's Day, you know, if they're cut flowers, you want to make sure that you add some little food in the vase, right?
Mm.
If it doesn't come with a little package of flower food, you can always put you know, half a teaspoon of bleach in the water and a half a teaspoon of sugar. And that's going to be enough to keep the bacteria away and feed your flowers, to give them some longevity. Because you know what, if they've spent some money on cut flowers, you want them to last a long time. And if you
Exactly.
get an outdoor plant for Mother's Day, you know, we're in that season here in Alberta, especially, where we have to harden it off.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
So you're better off to take that potted geranium or whatever they're going to give you, leave it outside, right? Leave it outside and let it stay outside in the nights where the temperature isn't going to go below -4, right? And that is hardening them off, so that when we do, because we always do, we always get somewhere around the end of May, we always get a couple of dips where it gets colder nights, then your plants are going to be fine. They're going to be hardened off. But if you know, baby them and you take them in the garage every night, put them out every, you know, they're not going to get hardened off. And then when you think you're safe and you put them out at the end of May, and then we get a cold dip, you know what? You're gonna have a problem. So anyways, there you go. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm not. You don't have to zip it, because we're both very talented in this. And I harden my plants off a little bit differently. I do bring them into the garage on cool evenings to start off with 1 or 2 times, just so that they get climatized. But they don't go out and stay out the first night. So that's me. Works for me.
Okay.
Anyway, I found these seeds. This is cypress vine, and I grew this last year, and the hummingbirds loved it. So it's a deep-throated red vine. So when Rod and I were looking at seeds earlier this year, I saw a little basket that said 50% off, because there's a best before date, right? So by December 23, which was this past December. Now, garden centers like best before on foods.
Right.
When something is past its best before date, they can't sell it for retail. So I thought, well, that's like 2 months ago. And you're not likely going to get 100% germination on all seeds anytime. Doesn't matter how fresh they are. So I thought, I'm going to take a chance. So I bought the seed pack. And I did a little dollar store tray that came with the peat pellets. And I put 2 seeds in every one of these, thinking, if I get 50% germination, I'll have lots of cypress vine. I literally had 1 pellet that didn't have any germination. And some of these I've already snipped off because they were still weak, and the other ones are getting so nice and big. But this is on my windowsill in the kitchen.
Wow.
Last year,
Okay, well, I know I'm going to be planting some little cypress, because there'll be extras.
Last year, I bought 1 for $12.
Wow.
I haven't spent, and look at the little roots coming through. I love Mother Nature. Like, isn't that so cool?
Yep.
The other thing I want to mention is, so yesterday I noticed I was getting a little bit of mold on a couple of these pellets, especially ones that had very little growth. So there's the same amount of moisture for all of these, but no roots absorbing it. So I did a really quick mist. I have a little container of hydrogen peroxide. Done. Doesn't damage the plants whatsoever, knocks out the mildew or the mold. So I'm very excited, because this is the first time I've tried growing this particular from seed.
Cool.
So
Cool,
yay, the
cool.
hummingbirds are going to be super happy in my yard.
And like I say, you know what? I'm gonna I'm going to probably get some of those.
Well, I mean, you know, I probably have enough to share with my friend.
Yay.
Okay,
Okay.
sidetrack. All right, that's flower. Have we covered all of these? No way. Cool.
Yeah,
Well, let's go
well,
back to this, the
we could
plants. And
certainly talk a little bit more about closets,
yes, drawers and cabinets. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for me already in the garage, I have a cabinet. That's my gardening cabinet. So it's where my pruning shears are, my garden gloves, the little clips that I use for plants, attaching them to stakes, wire, string, my seeds, so they don't go out in the shed and freeze over winter. That's not helpful for their germination.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the organic fertilizer like phosphate that I add to my beds and things like that, that needed a clean out for me. So I did that when it was raining and miserable last week, or was that earlier this week? That was earlier this week.
I don't know. Yeah, time's just.
Anyway, it was a perfect opportunity to go through there because when you're busy in the garden, at least I can only speak for myself. Garden gloves just kind of build up and, oh, that one's got a hole in it, but you never get around to disposing of them. I'll tell you, is it clean and clear? And it's just inviting me to bring in all of this new lovely life and growth that has the potential, right? That I think that's what I love about gardening so much. The potential just to watch these little guys grow and grow and
Yeah.
grow,
Yeah.
and then see the hummingbirds enjoying it. Like it's just, so there's nothing like it. I'm sorry, but there's just nothing like that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Nature.
And it's an opportunity to ground yourself too, right?
Which
Working in the
that's been
dirt and
needed quite
doing
a
all
bit
of
of
that.
too.
Mhm. Does anybody have any comments out there? Any, what are you doing for your spring flowers? Are you, getting excited? What's happening? And Robin says Ellen Schneider. So did I
Yes.
say the wrong name when I was announcing the podcast?
I think you said Ellen, but maybe not her last name. I don't know. I missed
Oh,
that. But
okay.
yeah.
Anyways,
Thanks, Robin.
I put the link in there, Western School of Feng Shui Decoded, so you can have a look there. Yeah, no other comments. Every night before bed, I have me time in a nice hot bath with magnesium. Yes, Wendy, that's the way to do it.
Right, good for you. Epsom salts can help, but magnesium really relaxes those muscles.
Well, and you know what, Wendy, that actually, you may or may not know, but that actually helps to cleanse and clear your energetic auric field. So that's our energy field that precedes our physical energy that's, out here, sometimes also known as the Merkaba. And that can, expand out 9 feet or more, according to some spiritual teachers. And so when you have that Epsom salts bath, and magnesium is so good for your muscles and joints and all of that, then what you're actually doing is you're cleansing and clearing that unseen energy, that auric field, because other people's energy might have stuck to you, even that you're not even aware of.
Yes.
You might have been at the grocery store and somebody was having a bad day. And you know what? Some of their energy, intermingled with yours, and you picked up some of that, right? Because everything is energy, and it
And
could
we're
be
all
just
connected.
yeah, one little, it could have been that one little positive ion that just stuck to you. So great idea to do that. I love it. Love it.
Yes. Well, and here's the thing that goes back to the bathrooms. That's another way of enjoying your space, right? A couple candles, throw some music, or listen to a book instead of trying to read. I can't read in the bathtub, but I like putting on a meditation like Anita said she did, or some just high frequency, high vibrational music, high hertz music, and dimming the lights in the bathroom or shutting them off and having a couple candles going. And just take that me time. In fact, this sounds like something maybe I need to do tonight.
Yeah.
It's sounding more and more like something we'll all be doing this evening.
Okay, well,
But
Wendy didn't know about the energy, so she said, makes sense because I always feel awesome when I crawl into bed. Yay. And
yay.
Karen Hansen out in Victoria has a question.
Oh,
Does anyone have any advice on tent caterpillars? They
oh,
have devoured all our trees in the yard, and I'm scared they will jump to the patio flowers.
no, not likely.
Hmm.
But the easiest thing with forest tent caterpillars, if that's what she's referring to, is picking them. Seriously, and attracting the birds. It's very easy to see where they lay eggs, and it's a 7-year cycle. So first thing, if they're bad this year, they come to the end of their cycle because they invite in. Mother Nature is so cool. So when they have an explosion, you'll notice the bird population explosion around you as well. That's going to be their food. So that's number one. It's a 7-year cycle. They have a band, and they like, oh my gosh, the rose family. So rosacea, roses. They like the poplar family. They
Is that
don't
a
like,
euphorbia? That's in the euphorbia family.
thank you. I'm like, all of a sudden my Latin is gone. Anyway, their eggs for next year are created and they look like a little cork band around a stem. Super easy, just to pop them off and you'll see them on the little branches after these guys have gone through. They're not going to kill the plants. They may defoliate them, but they're super easy to pick off and they're super easy to pick. So put on some garden gloves and just grab them if you're worried about your patio plants, but please don't spray chemicals.
Oh, no cherry trees left. Oh, that's sad.
That's this year.
And you might also, Karen, this just kind of popped in for me here. You might also want to ask the Google and just see if Epsom salts might help with that too. Because, the Epsom salts are, the granulars, and as they go over, with it, it might do something. Anyways, because I know Epsom salts work sometimes for slugs and other little crawly things. So have a look there because we were talking about Epsom salts anyways. And then, as you were talking, Cheryl, and I added up the numbers and the numbers come to a 9. And you were talking about, it's a cycle. And so, it could be a completion. And here we are. We're card number 9
and
today.
that's all based on if they're forest tent caterpillars.
Yeah.
So because I don't know your area, I don't know what they look like, check with a local garden center that has a knowledgeable arborist, that has a landscape person, that has someone that knows pests. Make sure that we're talking about the same pest because there's different treatments. But Mother Nature is so good, and quite honestly, just picking them. I know some people are very squeamish, but put on some garden gloves.
Yeah, they're not gonna hurt you.
They're not gonna bite
then
you.
you could go maybe for a walk down and feed the seagulls. Right? Take them somewhere where they don't belong. Anyways, Dell said last week we had mentioned her bedroom and she's been designing the perfect painting to attract that special person. Oh, well, by all means, Dell, don't keep us in suspense. Share, put the picture in the comments. Let us all see.
Oh, how exciting. All right, well, we've got a minute or two left. So I want to talk about the 9 for a second, how that came into, go figure, right? Double digitology, Marilyn and Joy. One of the points in here is empathizing or being compassionate with all of humanity. Fulfillment of your divine path. Higher vibration or being adapted to living at the higher frequency. And the last one I want to read, recognizing that even though one cycle is ending, another one will be beginning. I love that.
And how perfect is that? Because we are a 10-day, which goes to a 1, which is the beginning, right? New beginnings.
Yep.
So yeah, it is just that ending of a cycle, and then we have a new beginning. And then the other completion of energy today is Cheryl?
Is I don't know. You got me off guard.
Completion. So last day to get your VIP early
Oh, the
bird, and we were talking
VIP
about
early bird.
birds.
Yes. God, it's the 10th already.
Yep.
Oh, it's a good thing one of us is on the ball. Thank God for my partner.
Okay, so yeah, today is the last day to get
Yes.
your VIP at the special. I mean, there's going to be VIP tickets available. I'm not sure how many are going to be left.
Less because we've
Um,
had some people jump on and grab that special pricing. And
Right.
good for them. One of the ladies from the US, from Carolinas.
Yeah, Carolina. Like we got people coming from Carolina
I'm so
and
excited to see her too. So that's
Washington
awesome.
and Michigan
Yep.
and
Yep.
and so if you live in Red Deer or Sylvan Lake or Edmonton, why did you not buy your ticket yet? Right?
Very cool. All right. As a
Okay.
wrap up, we are going to be doing this live from Las Vegas next week.
Woo-hoo.
And I think we have to set up at Gatherama. What do you think they get to see, Anita?
Oh
They
yeah.
get to see what the facility looks like, and they could attend in March themselves. So we're going to be doing something, and we'll actually be side by side instead of screen by screen.
Yeah.
Novel.
Who knows?
Cool.
It's going to be fun. Okay. Well, everybody enjoy the sunshine. Go get some nature. Stop and smell the flowers. Happy Mother's Day. And
Happy
we'll see
Mother's
you all
Day is
next
right.
week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.